Disclaimer. At Two Addicts and a Moron, we discuss personal stories of addiction with the intention of being educational, relatable, and inspirational. The views and experiences shared are those of individuals involved, are not meant to glorify or condone any illegal or harmful behavior. This content is for educational purposes only and is not intended as professional advice. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, we strongly encourage you seek help from a qualified professional or support service. Well, we're back to another badass episode of Two Addicts and a Moron, ladies and gentlemen. Or just gentlemen today, like just a bunch of dudes.
It could be women watching.
Well, I'm saying in the room, like in the room. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Cocks.
But today it is an old-fashioned sausage fest.
Gotta love Sundays.
Yeah.
I used to love going to parties
Yeah.
in high school where it was sausage fest. I was like, what the fuck? Where's all the females?
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible how females make it better and make it worse all at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love you, ladies.
Yeah, love you too.
Yeah.
Love you, hate you.
So yeah, man, it's been a little while since we've been in here. Excited about our guest today. He's been doing something real big that I think we're going to start becoming a little bit more involved in.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, Scout's in the building, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
And Scout, talk a little bit. I want you to plug this because what you're doing with Sober Games is fucking incredible. So talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll get into some stuff. But
So Sober Games is really just a big opportunity to show the newcomer what life is really like once we stop picking up once we put down the drugs and the drink, and it just shows us that we're not boring, that we actually have a good time in sobriety.
yeah,
We get a lot of treatment centers that come together, like mostly the alumni. Every now and then we get some patients, but we try to strictly keep it to alumni. That way, keep the patients safe while they're going through their recovery. But this is an opportunity to get them all together and really see how big this community really is. Like, it started with just San Antonio, and now it's San Antonio and Austin, everywhere in between. And I'm getting messages from people in Houston that are like, "Hey, are you guys ever going to come here?" I was like, "Yeah, maybe one day, or we can get you to come here."
Yeah.
And then people in Dallas are asking about it too. Like, so it's like the rest of Texas is starting to fall in place and wanting part of this. And it's just like, hey, just show up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
where is it?
So most of the time we do two. This year we did events in San Antonio and an event in Austin, and then it all came together the Serenity Under the Stars camping trip and New Braunfels.
Okay,
And that's
happy medium.
as I tell everybody, the Sober Bowl.
Yeah, dude, the middle ground.
Yeah. So like this year we did 2 volleyball tournaments.
Nice.
Like just really, really good turnouts. Had about 80 people at each.
Sand volleyball?
Yeah, sand volleyball. And we did one at San Antonio called at Mainland Sports Complex, and the other one in Austin was at ATX Beach, which in reality that place is beautiful. Really is well taken care of. But we did there, and we're just trying to expand the brand and let people know that when they see it, they're not thinking of SIG, they're thinking of Sober Games.
Yeah.
Because that's what that's what the logo looks like is SIG, but
Yeah.
without the I. Because there's no I in team.
There ain't no we either.
No, there's not.
Yeah, baby.
But it's stronger together.
Yeah. Nah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing real excellent work. And I think that's probably a little bit of an apprehension. Hell, man, it was even an apprehension of mine when I started getting involved in this arena that I'm in now with, addiction and recovery. But I know he talked about struggles of, learning how to go out there and kind of burn and live life without the drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And dude, all that shit got put to bed real quick for me. Like some of the best times that I've ever had were at sober events, concerts or the pickleball and like all these events where you're having a blast and there's not a lick of, for me, I don't need to pick up a beer. I don't need to do any of that when I'm there. It was enlightening for me too. Let me know that I can have a fucking good time without a beer.
See, that's the point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't need weed to have fun.
yeah, dude. So God bless what you're doing, man.
Thanks.
That's fucking amazing. It's incredible. I know Tyler.
Yeah.
You know, one of our alumni. He's pretty heavily involved in that.
He's
But
been helping a lot, especially with communicating with the Austin market and just really getting them all involved. And shout out to Tyler and Any Links Retreat and Recovery Outside and Rise as well. Those guys have really been real big staple for us for the last couple years, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and better every year. It's unfathomable how big it's gotten, but just
build it, they
it's
will
a
come.
fun surf ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, dude. Well, you're in recovery. Mm-hmm. And I think it should be noted, we were talking over some pizza here a little bit ago.
We were.
Today is this man's 8-year
Yeah.
sober, dude.
Thank you.
Fucking A, dude. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And so what was your DOC? How did your journey into addiction kind of begin?
So my DOC was alcohol, cocaine, and marijuana.
Okay.
And I love the stigma. People say, "Oh, you can't get addicted to weed." Nah, I was addicted to weed. Like, it consumed everything. I could not function without it. I had to have it. I was restless, irritable, and discontent when I didn't have it. Until that moment I hit the joint, I was the asshole nobody wanted to be around.
Mm-hmm.
But the alcohol too. So like, my ending started the day before with my sister calling me because she was living in Corpus, and she called me at lunch. Everybody's gone. I had no money, so I stayed back because I spent all my shit on dope. And she was telling me, she's like, you know, if you don't stop doing cocaine, you're gonna die. And full faced, and with the truth in my with me saying this as truthful as I possibly could feel, and with the Dos Equis man in mind, I said, dude, I'm fine. I'm doing cocaine responsibly.
Yeah.
And that's when I felt it. That's when I realized, holy shit, what the fuck did I just say?
Right.
Like, what is cocaine usage responsible? Like, what is that? Like, I didn't know what that was, and it was that loud pop. But mind you, I'm the only guy in the shop. I'm a mechanic, so I'm the only guy in the shop, and there's nothing happening. It's just me fucking off for lunch because I'm the only one. I'm just holding the fort down, and I sat on that for like the next 6 hours, and I'm like, dude, why did I say that? Like, why would I believe that bullshit lie?
Yeah.
And tell the one person that I trust more in the world than myself that's how I feel about it. And so I got through the day, and I was going to this youth group for college age adults. And I talked to the youth minister there, and I told him exactly what happened. He was like, you know, have you thought about doing those AA classes again? My first reaction was, first off, they're called meetings.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, maybe I should, you know, like, I know 4 years prior, I told myself I'm not going to go back unless I absolutely need it. Well, maybe this is that moment where I really need it. And he goes, well, do you want me to go with you? I'm like, no, if I'm going to do this, I've got to do it on my own. I have to. Like, I can't just have somebody sitting there holding my hand. I've got to do this for me. Like, I really have to do this. And so I left, and I went and caught the old 10 o'clock at Club 12 in San Antonio. It's no longer there anymore, but this is back when you could still smoke inside. It was great. And you walk in and just hit with a face full of just cigarette smoke. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And and so I walk in, I have the hood on my head because everybody in the meeting room knows who I am. I've been in and out of the program since I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that are still sober, still going there, will recognize me no matter what I'm doing. No matter if I have facial hair or not, they're going to always recognize me. And so I went in there, and I heard what those people had to say, and I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this tomorrow. And I left, went across the street, picked up a 6-pack of Tall Boys, a Miller Lite, and I drove home in my 97 4Runner, and I smoked the last of my weed, did the last of my Coke, and I drank those beers, and that was it. And I woke up the next morning, and I'm shaking, and I'm irritable, and just frustrated. Just had a terrible day, but I made it through, and I went to that 10 o'clock meeting that night, and this time I didn't have a hood. I was sweating so much. There's no point in wearing a hood. I'm not cold.
Yeah.
So I'm in that meeting room, sitting in the wall in the dark corner, just trying to not be noticed, but just like going through it. And these two old timers who've known me since I was 17 come in, they see me, and they sit on either side of me. And they said, "Hey, bud, how are you doing?" And I said, "Dude, I'm not doing good."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, it's gonna be okay." And they're rubbing my back. And these guys, one guy, he's got 30 years. This I think next year he's gonna have 30 years. And the other guy used to be my sponsor way back in the day, and he's coming up on I think 25, maybe a little more. And he said, "It's gonna be okay. Let's just get through this meeting. After the meeting, the guy whoever's chairing the meeting tonight, you're gonna ask to be your sponsor." And I told him, "Dude, I'm not fucking doing that." So the meeting ends, and I go up and ask the guy chairing to be my sponsor, and he says, "Great." So he takes me out in the parking lot, and he goes, "So, what do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Well, I want to do the steps, but I don't want to do the steps that involve the word God. I don't want to do any of that spiritual shit. I don't want to do the circle and pentagram and fire with stones and goat heads and chicken blood. I'm not doing none of that." And he goes, "Bro, I'm not even gonna ask you to do none of that. All I'm gonna ask you to do is get on your knees." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not gonna suck a dick to say so." He's like, "No, stupid. What I want you to do is get on your knees and ask God to keep you sober in the morning. Even if you don't believe, I want you to ask him to keep you sober in the morning.
Yeah.
And if you make it through that day, get back on your knees at night and thank God for keeping you sober that day. If you have to, take your boots off and put them under your bed. So you have to get on your knees to get your boots. And while you're already there, boom, get on to take care of it." And I told him, "Man, that's a big ask. I don't know if I can do that." He goes, "Well, just a suggestion."
You're like, I'd rather suck a dick, dude, to be honest with you.
The thought occurred.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I'm driving home and I'm talking to myself like normal. Well, my normal is talking to myself on the regular, and I'm like, "Dude, how bad do I really want to stay sober?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I willing to do whatever it takes to stay sober? Because I am tired of living this way. I'm tired of feeling miserable. I'm tired of wanting to die every day. Like, I don't want to live like this."
Yeah.
And I get home. The first thing I do is I take my boots off and I put them under my bed. And I get on my knees and I thank God for keeping me sober that day. I get up the next morning, grab my boots. I'm already there. And I ask God to keep me sober one more day. And that night, same thing, boots under the bed. Thank God for keeping me sober. Get the boots from under my bed. God, please keep me sober. And we're doing step work in between. And that's how my first 2 months started out. It was getting on my knees in the morning and asking him to keep me sober, and getting on my knees at night and thanking him for keeping me sober. Even though I didn't believe in God, and I mean, yeah, I grew up going to the Methodist church by force by my parents, but I was always naturally that rebel. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to do what you told me to do. I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was used to fighting that all the time. But at this point, I was so done. I was just really at that breaking point where I just wanted to do whatever it took just to get this, because I was just done. And here I am 8 years later.
So you said you went in kicking and screaming basically with the God thing. What's that relationship like now?
Dude, right now it's just, so like in the early beginning of my sobriety, it was very like I'm having that trouble of letting go and letting God just handle it.
Yeah.
Like girlfriend piss you off, so you can immediately text her back like, "Fuck you, I hate you," or something stupid to be cynical. And then when I got to that spirituality point where I had my first spiritual experience, it started becoming less of that and more of just let it happen. It is what it is. That's the biggest saying for me is it is what it is. It always changes my perspective of how things are going when they're not going the way I want them to go. Immediately, well, it is what it is. Let's just keep moving forward. We'll do what we got to do next.
Nice. So spiritual experience, talk about it. What was that like? What happened there?
So I talk about this in the meetings all the time, and it gives me goosebumps every time I talk about it. But so we were on step 2, and step 2 is came to believe in a power greater than ourselves to restore us to sanity. For anybody out there who's watching, so we were in the Club 12 parking lot out by the ditch where all the homeless live and get booked up at, and we're going over step 2 in the ditch, and he goes, "So why don't you believe in God?" I'm like, Well, because I can't see, taste, feel, smell. I don't believe in that. I believe in the scientific aspect. I believe in absolutes. Like I have to physically see something in order to believe that it's there. And he goes, "Well, what's the trees moving?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, what's moving the trees?" I'm like, "It's the wind." And he goes, "Well, what's moving the wind? You can't see the wind." I'm like, "Well, because the earth rotates on its axis, Gulf Streams, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
Just some bullshit answer I came up with on the slide. He goes, "No, because what's causing all those?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not a scientist."
Yeah.
He goes, "It's God. You may not see God, but you can see the effects produced by God and other things and other people." And I was like, I'm skeptical. That don't make sense to me. And then he points to Club 12 and a bunch of people inside. He said, all those people inside that building are staying sober right this very second. What's keeping them sober? And I go, they probably work in a really good program or something. I don't know. Like maybe the cheeseburgers. And he goes, no, it's God. You may not see God, but you can see the effects produced by God and other people and other things. And I told him, you know what, Patrick, that's okay, whatever. I don't believe it. So we go throughout the rest of the day, go to the 10 o'clock meeting and get out. And he goes, get in the truck. And I'm like, where we going? He goes, just get in the truck. Okay. So I got in the truck and he drives me to this old church. If you're from San Antonio, you know what it is. It's called Oblate. It's on Oblate and Blanco, between Blanco and San Pedro. And he takes me to the back. And I was like, okay, I've been here before. Been through where they hold the church, the ministry and the sermons at. I've been there and walked the trail around there. And he takes me to the back, and I remember passing this tree, and I was like, okay, there's a tree right there. Just nothing real significant about it. And he takes me to this area where there's two buildings and a big grassy spot in between with like a statue or a fountain in the middle that's lit up. And this whole area is just dark. And he walks me in there, and he goes, so this is a cemetery. And my first thought was, oh, fuck, he's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, you go to the worst place ever every time. You're like, I'm not sucking a dick.
Nope.
You're about to kill me.
Nice.
Like, yeah, that's just extremes.
Yeah. So he's telling me, he goes, you know, all these people in this cemetery here are all pastors, clergymen, nuns, even groundskeepers. They're all people who dedicated their lives to spreading the message of God and doing his will that he sees fit for them and just trusting in him. If they can do it, then why can't you? And that's when it hit me. Like, why am I sitting here trying to control myself when in reality I can't make any good decisions? So who am I to question what's happening when in reality I'm sober today, putting my beliefs in something I didn't truly believe in, but I'm still staying sober? If everybody else can do this, then why can't I do this? Like, what makes me so special? So as we leave and I see that tree again, this time I see the tree. I see the bark. I see the colors of it, the change in the shading of the bark and the leaves. It was just captivating and beautiful. It really was. But it's the same damn tree that I passed coming in. But it just hypnotized me when I saw it this time. It's just like I saw things from a new perspective. It's just, ever since then, it's just been uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gets getting better and better and better.
It's you and I have I have a similar thing about God, spirituality, but I also am not ignorant enough to know or to think that there isn't something bigger, because at a certain point science does stop explaining shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can roll it back as far as you want to, but at some point something had to snap its fingers and create or get this thing started that we're all a part of right now and in it together.
It's like when they say, oh, well, it happens when two stars collide. I'm like, okay, well, what created the stars?
What created the collision? You know what I mean?
How did they go this way? They can't just appear and just go.
So I'm also a realist and know that there's something. I don't think that, and I'm open to it, but I haven't had that spiritual experience yet. You know, where it's like, I'm here, turn it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always struggled with that, but I think a little bit of it too is like you said. It's like I want to be in control of my own stars or destiny or whatever. You know, I don't want to be told what to do. I want to go do it. Right.
Yeah.
So that I dug in a little bit more to that because you were saying things that very much are like the
fuck.
way that I believe. And I was like, well, elaborate. So I appreciate you doing that.
Thanks. Yeah.
And so how long were you in the fight for?
So my first drink, I was 12. My dad let me try his Shiner, and I thought it tasted like shit.
Yeah, most kids
But
do. With beer.
man, it made me feel dizzy immediately. Cause he's like, try it. And I was like, okay. So I tried after asking him, he finally let me try it. And I was like, it's gross. So I remember getting up to go get a soda and feeling dizzy on that walk to that soda. And I remember feeling, wow, this is fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch it again just because I was so paranoid of getting in trouble. And then I started smoking weed in high school at like 14 or 15. And that was a lot of fun. That first high was just, whoa. And then I met a chick and she was like, yeah, you want to try some Coke? And I was like, sure, what is that? And so she hands me this mini M&M's bottle back when they had them.
Yeah.
When everybody had them. And there's a bag in there. She's like, go to the bathroom and try it. I'm like, what do I do with it? She goes, well, take a little bit out, put it on your finger or a key and snort it. And I was like, okay. So I did that. And I remember that feeling. Like it was the feeling of the first drips. And I was like, ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. And then so I'm smoking weed every day after school with my friends at their house in the shed. 'Cause that's where we always smoked. And at some point I got in trouble at school. I got caught because I started smoking in the mornings across the street in the alley. And I went to a pep rally and I got busted by the vice principal. And he was like, you guys smell like marijuana. You two come with me. It was me and a guy who was here from Germany. Like one of those foreign exchange students.
Nice.
You got this motherfucker sent home.
I was like, fuck, I just fucked his life up.
Yeah.
Well, I got high.
Yeah.
Hope it was fun, fucker.
Yeah. So we got a SRC for a couple weeks, ISS for a couple days, and my mom was just sheer disappointment from my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if we go any further, when I say mom and dad, I mean grandma and grandpa, but they're the ones that raised me, so that's mom and dad.
I got you.
And they adopted me too.
Did they were never addicts or anything?
They were addicted to cigarettes,
Okay.
but that was it.
So when it came to drugs, it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so me and my sister are the ones who did drugs, are the actual drug addicts, where my grandfather, which is her father, was a raging alcoholic. So was his parents. And
Okay.
they're all from Syria. But there's a whole genealogy there with it, but it just runs in the genes, and well, we got it. My sister hasn't touched those drugs in so long. It went through hell with her, and that was my exposure, was seeing what she was going through and thinking, oh, I don't want to go through that.
Older sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sister / aunt, just to make it more understanding.
Yeah.
But but I was exposed to that. Meanwhile, my parents were the most godly people in the world. Amazing people. The kind of people that'll take whatever on their back and give it to someone who needs it.
Yeah.
They'll house somebody for a few days just to get them off the streets or just to help them get their life in order so they can get to their next step. Just stay warm or stay dry. Just really amazing, humbling people. And honestly, I pretty much put them through hell.
Yeah.
With my own shit. But that was me being selfish and a child. So
Yeah, man. The kids are selfish as
Yeah.
shit. That's just what they are.
it's parenting.
Yeah.
But and I've got a kid now, and dude, he's like the best kid I ever met in my whole life. He's
Yeah.
my stepson, but he's a good kid, real good kid, and super smart. Like he'll come to me with questions on his math, and I feel dumb.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to answer this. I don't even know how to start this. He's like, oh, you started like this, and I'm like, well, see, it sounds like you know this
Yeah.
than I do.
Hey, teach me something. Yeah. Yeah.
What grade is he in?
He is in 7th grade. He'll be 13 at the end of the year. Literally the end of the year.
My daughter brings home homework in 5th grade, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know where to fucking start.
Oh, it was like that for third grade too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, I have to like literally Google shit and fucking like plug the problem in to figure out the answer, and then once I figure it out, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. But like, yeah, it's been so long for me to do fucking math and shit that it in fifth grade it blows my mind.
See, and I did the same thing. Google or YouTube, they talk about exponential factors, and I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like my brain just freezes out and goes, nah, we don't compute this. We don't know what this is. This isn't fun. I don't like this. We're gonna ignore this.
So, yeah, I mean, you would say like your journey into addiction started at 12, or do you think it started more along the lines of 14, 15, whenever you started doing weed?
I think it started with my first exposure, and that would probably be anywhere between the ages of 7 to 12.
Okay.
And it wasn't actually the start of the usage. It was just it being around and seeing what's happening around me. As kids, we're very observant of what's around us.
Right.
Even when we're not trying to be, we take in everything that's happening around us. Seeing the constant struggles with my sister and my mom, going over to get her or going to see her and she's asleep all day. It's like, oh, she's just really tired. Yeah, that's what it is, buddy. She's just really tired. Nah, she's on pills, bro.
Yeah.
But and then and I remember her best friend, that her name was Jessica, and I used to call her Aunt Jess, and she OD'd, and I was probably about 15, and me and my cousin / nephew, we were in Galveston with my parents on vacation, and we got the news, and the first thing that told us was, yeah, she overdosed on drugs, and so it's like, okay, so drugs is a thing, like this is real now, and so that was that, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that now. Like, it was like that was always conscious in the back of my mind of like, if I do drugs, I will die.
Yeah.
So I said, well, so I started understanding that what she did was it was pills, and I was like, okay, well, if I don't do pills, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I can smoke drugs. I can snort drugs. Like, I'll be fine. I'll even drink alcohol. Fuck it. Like, I'll be fine. But if I swallow pills in excess, I'm going to die. Like,
yeah.
Now I know my limit. Okay.
Yeah. Ain't quite like that anymore.
No.
You know, with all the fentanyl and shit out there. But
shit, not even just that. Fucking kratom, too.
Yeah.
That shit is a monster.
Well, and you said something. It's a weed is a controversial topic in the recovery community, right? Like, and again, man, I think anything can be abused, right? Like what you guys always say is it's about changing the way that you feel, right? If you're using even weed or ice cream or shopping,
or
to
gambling, especially.
or name it, right? Like cocaine, heroin, but it'll all go back to weed, which is becoming so acceptable. You know, to do it's growing. It's trying to catch up to alcohol for sure. And you said something earlier that like it was interesting to me, but I use cocaine responsibly, right? Well, every fucking alcohol commercial ends with that.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, drink responsibly.
Oh,
right?
I saw the Dos Equis man when I did it.
Yeah,
It said, drink responsibly.
yeah, and it's.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's like, how many times have you ever drank responsibly? Like, even today, me being like the normie, I've never drank. I can't remember last time when I sat down to drink that I drank one fucking beer or one drink.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's not very fucking responsible. You know what I mean? Like, how many others are there out there? So that's kind of crazy how you can justify that.
Yeah.
If you could justify it with alcohol, why can't you justify it with cocaine
or weed
or anything else?
Nicotine or caffeine.
Yeah. Like whatever it is.
I used to always lie and tell people, like when they would ask, are you still using meth? I would say, yeah, but I've cut back a lot.
Yeah.
I don't do nearly as, and I never cut back, but I would tell myself that I wasn't doing as much as I used to. And it would make me feel a little bit better. Like maybe I don't have such a problem. Like I'm only doing an 8-ball a day now rather than fucking 2.
Right.
And that's what I would literally tell people. Yeah, but I've cut back a lot. Like I hardly ever do it anymore. And there was never a time that I ever cut back. It just was something that I knew made me feel better. Lying, saying I'm not as bad as I used to be. Yeah.
See, and there's this famous saying that I hear all the time. It's like, oh yeah, like yeah, I'm not that bad. I never slept under a bridge. I never sat there and did something dirty just for a gram. You know, I'm not
Never
that bad.
sucked a dick for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like another guy I look up to. He's got almost probably close to 40 years now. But he talks about how he went to the prisons to share his story. And he said afterwards, a prisoner came up to him and he goes, man, I can really relate to your story, but I wasn't that bad. And he goes, motherfucker, you're in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna look at the reality of this?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the truth of it, though. That's how we try to justify our own usage, is try to say, okay, well, I never did that, so I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how I always justified mine, is I was never homeless. So I used to always look at it like when people said drug addict, I was always like, I'm not a drug addict. Like, I have a job. I have a house. I have a car. I always looked at it like I'm not homeless. That was my big comparison.
Or just another way of saying it is I'm doing it responsibly.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, that's another fucking,
Yeah.
You are saying the same thing he said in kind of a different way. I got a job. I'm a good dad. I'm like all the,
I'm a functioning
drug
addict.
You know, one thing I can say today that I'm grateful for is that my kid has never seen me get fucked up, not once, because I didn't meet him till after I got sober.
yeah.
When I met him, he was 5, and I had 30 days.
Yeah.
And it was just, I went to a Christmas party because I was supposed to go on a date with somebody at 30 days sober. Yeah, I have a date. Like, that's going to work out great.
Yeah.
And she stood me up, which rightfully so, it was a good decision. And so I went with my now wife, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to this Christmas party. I'm bringing my son. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And I told her, I was like, yeah, the date stood me up. Is it still okay if I come with? And she goes, yeah, absolutely. So she picked me up at Club 12, and we went to this Christmas party, and me and him are hanging out because I don't know anybody there.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable, and I'm getting anxious. And so I just hang out with him just to make sure he's okay and make sure he doesn't feel alone. And, dude, he was just the coolest kid in the world. Like, I fell in love with that kid right then and there. Like, dude, this kid is the cutest. He's the funniest. He's smart, and he's just so full of energy. Like, this kid's cool. I fuck with him. Like, he's cool.
Yeah.
And now he's my son, and dude, he's literally the blessing of my life today. He really is.
Yeah.
Even though I'm my own way of a parent, and I don't make anything. I never make good decisions, you know. I'm not perfect, but I can't tell you how proud I am on a daily basis of him, knowing he did good on his test. Like the other day, he's been failing math, and he said he got his test back and what his grade was. I was like, well, okay. Me and G's been doing all this studying and makeup work for math class. And he goes, I got 95 on my test. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
Dude, yes. And he goes, if we sign it, I get an extra 5 points. I'm like, yeah, let's do that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go get you 100, boy.
Yeah.
But proud dad moment there.
Yeah, man. That's always, it's always cool. I mean, I don't think there's anything better than being a parent. I know you agree with that.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, my kids are older now, you know, 17, 23, but it's still like, it amps me up when they call me and they're like, even my daughter who's quiet, introverted, she's the sweetest person ever, and she doesn't talk a whole lot about anything. But when she calls me, she goes, guess what? It's like immediately she turns into Kaylin, that age, right?
Yeah.
Like she's like, something happened and I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it gets me every time. She's 23 years old. She's a grown up. Jesse James, same thing. When he does the same thing and he's 17, it's hard to get them amped up about anything.
Yeah.
Right. They're too cool for whatever. And he's like, yeah, so something cool happened today. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's talk about it. Like
Yeah.
that always makes me feel really good. So
Yeah.
having those moments where as they get older, and I talked to you about this the other day, you know, like as they keep getting older, you're going to become less cool.
Oh yeah.
And they're
I'm
going to
already
want to
becoming
talk to
less
you.
Fucking cool.
Yeah. They're going to want to talk to you less
Yeah.
about stuff. So when they actually do, that's
really cool.
That's the coolest thing.
Yeah. I called Kaylin yesterday and she rejected my call and sent me a text saying, I can't talk right now. All right, cool. I called her later last night. And she did the same shit, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, I guess she's playing Roblox or some shit.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
way too cool for me.
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm very grateful for is my daughter would never see me get high again. You know, she went through it with me for 6.5 years, and I'm very grateful that I went through it early in her life, where probably it didn't make so much sense. Where she understands it, but she would understand it way more now. So I'm very grateful that, you know, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, she'll never see me doing meth and know like that's not okay.
Right.
So that's something I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
And yeah, like being a dad's like the greatest thing in the world, in my opinion. Like that's God's greatest gift.
See, me, like, when I'm a dad, like, and I have to do dad stuff, like, my immediate thought and feeling of it is so weird. It's like, okay, so I do this for what reason? Like, why do I do this?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. Even though my grandparents were so involved with everything I was doing, but for me, it's like, I'm second guessing everything. I'm like, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Like, where do I stand? How do I act? When do I get to go in the game and punch the ref? Like, when is that happening?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot of times where it just feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I'll just sit here with my hands on my lap and just watch and cheer when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I make bad decisions. I was gonna let Kaylin watch Friday the other day. She loves Chris
nice.
Tucker.
Oh, bro.
And so we started watching Friday, and Destiny comes out, and it's like, what the fuck are y'all watching? I'm like, letting Kaylin watch Friday with me. She's like, what the fuck? You can't let her watch Friday. So then I was going to let her watch The Conjuring,
Yeah.
and Destiny stopped me. And then we watched The Hunger Games the other day. I did get through The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Destiny tried to stop me. And I was like, dude, I've already asked Grace, my Chat GPT girl, she said it's just like Harry Potter. It's not much of a
What, the
difference.
Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched The Hunger Games.
Look, dude, getting into pop culture shit, the last 2 Harry Potter movies are gnarly as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a death and there's fucking...
It's a fucking whole battle.
It's a war
It's a war.
fucking 2 solid movie. And after the third one, it starts getting insanely dark. Mm-hmm. So it's like, to your point, like, I think if you have your child watching the Harry Potter flicks and watch it go from this little kid thing to fucking like apocalyptic war.
Yeah.
By the end of it, through all 7 or 8 movies, whatever it is, dude, they can handle a lot more than what you're thinking. And just because it had the Harry Potter moniker on it, like, it's okay. It's okay to watch. But dude, after Harry Potter 4, whatever that one was, after the third one, it's like it takes a turn for like kind of into the creep
I
show.
literally only like watching the last 2 because it's all the fucking fighting.
Yeah, dude, there's the ones in the middle there. There's some ones in the middle that are just fucking really cool.
Yeah.
I only watched the first couple of Harry Potters, and I've only watched the first Hunger Games.
It's like Twilight. I don't like watching any of them except the very end.
Yeah.
When they all fucking battle.
Yeah.
That's like the best scene of all of them.
I've seen all 3, and I don't remember any of it.
Really?
I think I just so against vampires and werewolves think are dumb. But I'm more into like realistic stuff. So like vampires and werewolves. It's
I was
like,
waiting for you to say like sorcerers and shit. I'm really into realistic shit like Harry Potter.
yeah. No, I was never into like that Twilight stuff. I thought it was dumb when I was a kid, and I thought it was just a girl thing. And I'm not a girl, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And
They're great.
And I start dating one, and she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch this," and I'm like, "No, we're not."
Yeah.
So she puts it on, and we're watching it.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna watch the next one. Then we're gonna watch the next one, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch this.
Dude, you have to watch the first few to like set up the whole thing, right? But the first one, they're children. Second one, they're a little older. Third one, some weird shit starts happening at the end. Number 4 through 7 is like, it's fucking gnarly. Like, they're actually really fucking good movies.
See, and I've seen the first 3 Harry Potter movies, but
Yeah.
they came out when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Every kid watched them. You weren't cool if you didn't watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, quick story about my daughter when she was little. Like, I mean, 4 or something. She was little. And I was watching her for the day, and my ex-wife comes in, and we're watching Alien versus Predator. Like, and it's like too late. It's past her bedtime, and we're just sitting there. We're both like, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "We're watching the movie." Like, she's like, "Why are you letting her watch this?" I was like, "I don't think about things like that."
Yeah.
Okay, like she's having a good time. Like, she's gonna have nightmares. Like a guy's cutting that dude's head off right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, like.
See, my wife will say something similar, and my and my kid will go, "No, I won't."
Yeah.
Then he wakes up. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
It's funny because when I grew up, my mom always worked.
Yeah.
Like she was a single mom, so sometimes she worked 2 jobs, or sometimes she works 12 or 16 hours. So we literally had free reign on the TV.
Yeah.
Like one thing my mom always kept, we didn't have a lot of money, but we always had food, and we always had fucking good TV.
Yeah.
We always had Cinemax, Showtime, HBO.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I didn't have that.
So when I was like 5, I was watching Jason and Freddy Krueger and shit.
Porky's
and then
shit.
once you get to 7 and 8, now you start fucking getting on Cinemax and seeing titties and shit. And it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, this is great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Why are we
like,
always watching this?
But I think about my daughter now, like she thinks that you get pregnant by kissing, right?
she is right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So fucking
correct, honey.
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely. So like I think of like her innocence compared to what I was at her age, and it's not anywhere close.
I think they're closer than you think.
Maybe.
It's just like you didn't know what to do with the titties at fucking 7. You were just like, those are cool.
Yeah, those are
Like,
amazing.
those are.
I know
those
what
are
it is, but I
awesome.
like it, bro.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it was the same thing at my house. My parents go to bed.
Yeah.
And like we were on the weekends, we were able to stay awake as long as we.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was watching The Exorcist, and like at 7, 8 years old,
Listening
like,
for any slightest noise in the distance because you know it's your
bro,
parents. You
like,
change it back.
but also there was Porky's,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay,
I need
Freddy
to go back
Krueger.
and watch Porky's. That
Dude,
was I haven't seen it since I was like 5 or 6.
Porky's is so
when he
good,
gets it,
dude.
when she pulls his dick through the fucking wall.
Oh, the glory hole, the earliest iteration of a glory hole ever. Yeah,
that's
dude,
awesome.
it's fucking incredible. Well, dude, I mean, I know you talked about your journey into being sober,
Okay.
right? And it seemed like that was pretty fucking immediate and without any rehab.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. You didn't go to rehab at all,
I went to rehab the first time I got introduced to AA.
right? And how long did you get sober for that one?
So I did outpatient at this psych ward, technically, but it's called Starlight in San Antonio.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Okay,
So
so you were forced.
yeah, I was 100% forced
Yeah.
again. And but that was when my mom was like, you know what, you're smoking weed, you're doing drugs. Like she didn't even know about the cocaine or the
Yeah.
drinking. And she was like, you need to go to rehab. So we got you set up because all the school knew was that I smoked weed.
Yeah,
And so I did the outpatient for a few days until school ended. And once school ended, they said, okay, they recommended. So we think it'd be beneficial if he went and did inpatient, like residential. And we're like, okay, well, where's a good place? Where's our insurance? Well, Blue Cross Blue Shield. So anywhere we want, really.
Right.
So they get me hooked up to Starlight. I do back when they had an adolescent side. And I did 40 to 45 days there. And then, it was funny as an adolescent in rehab, we did a lot more stupid shit there than I was doing out after school or at the skate park.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, like we like at night we would go across with a trash bag and the stem for a pen, and go drain the Freon out of the condensers of the AC units to the adult side. Come back and huff Freon all night
nice.
and get trashed off it. And when I got
I would
out,
never think to do that.
I know it was one guy came up with the idea, and I
One
was like,
motherfucker had that idea, and everyone else was like, "Yep, we're fucking all
Yep.
in."
down. So we did that, and what the funny part is, after I got out, I was talking to somebody.
You were
at-
sniffing Freon.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody at Club 12, and she's like, "Yeah, I was at Starlight," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I told her some of the shit that we did, and she was like, "It was you motherfuckers that took that fucked up part of the AC." I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Because it got really hot in the whole adult side, and it was hot for 3 weeks." They're like I was there 2 weeks, and the AC went out, and it didn't get fixed till after I left, and I was like, Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, I managed to stay sober 19 months. Oh, no. I managed to stay sober a few months, went back out because of a house party in high school because I was a senior at this time. And then a few more months went by, and it was November 17th of 2007. So I remember that. And I got a good sponsor, was working the steps, staying active, and I graduated while in recovery.
Okay.
Like I was surprised I was even able to actually graduate high school. And but I did that, and I stayed sober 19 months to the day. And I went to a meeting on that 19th month day. And when I got out of the meeting, I left and ended up at the dope house and struggled ever since.
Yeah. We've had some people come on that are young, that are in recovery, like 19, 20, 18 even, right?
Yeah.
And one of the girls got sober when she was 17.
Mm-hmm.
And that always blows my fucking mind.
Well, Sean, too.
Yeah, Sean's was 18, right?
Yeah, he got sober super young as well.
It always blows my mind that you really, as a young adult, you have to have your shit together. Mm-hmm. Because when you're in high school, you party.
Even right after it.
And then whenever you're thinking about after high school, man, I can't wait till I turn 21.
Hell yeah.
Like I can literally go fucking drink legally now. And then all the other stuff comes with it. So the people that have came on here that have been able to stay sober at 18 and 19, that always blows my mind. It can be done if you surround yourself around the right people and you have the right frame of mind. But man, it always blows my mind. When I was 18 or 19, the word drug addict never would even cross my mind, or alcoholic. There's no way I ever would have thought I had a problem at that age.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And I don't think that I did. I just partied a lot. I didn't really have a problem until later in life. But every time I went and drank, I drank to throw up. And it was we used to have puking rallies. If one of my buddies start throwing up, I'm not going to leave this man behind. I'm going to throw up with him. So I'll start finger banging my throat to make myself throw up with him.
Yeah, we don't want to make him feel self-conscious.
Yeah, I don't want to. Don't feel left out. I got you.
Yeah, don't worry. We're all doing it.
But that was just normal shit.
Yeah.
But it always amazes me whenever, even 19 months, that's a fucking long time to go sober when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Really?
Especially going into becoming, 18 and then 19.
Yeah.
And then, what always baffles me is how I left that meeting at 19 years old and went straight to the dope house and got high. Mm-hmm. Where had the fight been? But it talks about it in the book. There had been no fight. There had been no resilience or no resistance to it. We just did it without even a thought.
Yeah, I left my sponsor's house one time after doing step 3. And I remember walking out of I gave him a hug, walked out of his door, and I took 2 steps out of his door, and a voice in my head said, "Man, you did really good today. You should go smoke some meth and celebrate." And I turned around. I was like, holy shit, this is what they talk about.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I knocked on his door, and I said, "Hey, can I sit here for 10 more minutes?" And he's like, "Sure." And I told him what happened. And we said a little prayer. And, but yeah, little shit it was such an amazing voice too. It was the most peaceful, calm voice. Man, you did really good today.
Good job, buddy.
We should go smoke some meth.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is fucking insane.
You feel your heart racing. You're like, maybe I should. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. It was insane.
Well, I mean, to your point about being young and, even they were forced, their hand was forced a time before and it didn't stick, right? It really always sticks. And I think this is kind of ageless, but there has to be that moment, right? There has to be I'm doing this responsibly, where you say it out loud and you're like, the fuck did I just say? Right? It can be something like that. Sean, his mom basically told him earnestly that I would rather not be alive because you're just disappointing me every other man. You know what I mean? Just the look in his mom's face was, and how earnest she was in that moment. He was like, dude, I got to stop doing this. There's
my mom.
Yeah, there's there's a multitude of reasons, but I feel like, your bottom finds you, or you find your bottom, man. Like,
and if you don't, then you're either one of three things: locked up, covered up, or sobered up.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's so true. It really is.
Yeah, dude. It's a wild thing that, and there's no straight line answer.
Yeah. Well, what always blew my
anyone.
mind is I met this guy when my first meeting in Club 12 was my first meeting at AA, and I met this guy named Nick and his sponsee Evan. Evan was 16, Nick was like 20, 21. They were both young, and they're part of this group in San Antonio, which is all young people. But the Evan kid, he really latched on to him just because he's my age, so he can relate with what I'm going through the most. And that guy is still sober to this day. He's now a brain surgeon and really successful. Lives in Miami. I have him on Instagram, and dude, it just blows my mind seeing how, knowing his story from where he came from, what he did, and what he's like now. It's just true inspiration.
That is very inspirational, but what inspires me most about what you said is that guy is still sober, living in Miami.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's in Miami. He's married. He's
that's
living
hard.
the life, bro. He's got a career.
Yeah, a brain surgeon. Cool. He's sober in Miami. That's a feat. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So, bridge me into, we talked about it a little bit before the podcast, but I really think the sober games is,
We need to touch on more.
it could be that's a revolutionary thought that I think should be being done in the whole country. I mean, we were just in Iowa. Could you imagine like a sober games thing being built around that? That'd be fucking awesome. But
Because I've been to some sober events that I don't want to shit on some sober events, but I've been to some that I've been to, and I'm like, man, this could be 1,000 times better. Right? Have you ever been to any like that? We won't say any names.
I feel that thought every time.
But I've went to some. I swear, I was like 9 months sober when I went to the first one, maybe 6 months, somewhere like that. And I went to this one, and I was thinking, if this is the best that they have to show a newcomer, we're fucked.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like there was like a fucking little buck and bronco shit, and there was like some face paintings, and there was a band, and that was literally it. And I was like, this is terrible. Like I lasted there for like 15 minutes and left. But I've also been to some that are fucking really dope, that are really, really fun to go to. And the ones that people need to be able to see to where they're like, oh shit, like this can be fun.
See, and I've been to a lot of events where it's like, so in San Antonio, we have one called Weekend in SA, where it's AA and SA. They do a whole weekend of speakers and all that, which, not going to lie, they're great. They serve a purpose. But in the back of my mind, it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I love hearing somebody's story, but it gets old after a while. Like, we got to have some way to entertain these people. And
It's like going to a convention.
yeah, it really is.
Right.
It's a fucking symposium. It's all it is. Like, don't call it Weekend at SA. Call it a fucking AA symposium. That's what you should call it. That's all it is. And I just got done doing a symposium back in February for what I do for work.
and they have their place, but
Yeah, they all have a place and time, but I'm not gonna sit here and promote the fuck out of it. Like, let's be real. It's no discredit to what it is, but it's really, really bland.
yeah,
Like, you've got to sit there and be all about every single thing that's said. But there's ways to make it more amped up and entertaining.
Yeah.
Where like Saturday night they end the whole night with a big giant dance, because usually it's around October, so it's like Halloween time happening. So they end it with the big dance and costume contest and all that. They have that with that one thing. What is it? Texie Paw or Tiki Paw?
yeah.
Texas Quarterly Conference of Young People in AA, and which they look like they're fun, but the whole day is filled with just meetings. It's like, that's cool, but what is that like? So like, I used to be a DJ, and the biggest thing I learned about that is getting the crowd involved. So taking the sober games aspect of that, getting the crowd involved that's sitting there watching these people compete, but more importantly, getting the people that want to play and have fun involved and competing.
Yeah.
Getting them to do something. That's what's more fun than just watching somebody all day long.
Make it a show.
Yeah,
Dude. Like make it a show. That's awesome.
yeah,
I mean,
it's legit doing something.
Yeah, it's not only for the competitors, but the people watching it are getting a fucking show. They're getting to witness something that's super cool.
And what's crazy, like I said, like we have treatment centers that brought out clients to watch or play, whatever, just to have a good weekend. You know, it's a camping trip, so we're not going to tell you not to come. We're going to tell you come. It's going to be great. And we have a speaker that night, and both nights. Actually, I told my story on Friday night, and then Jay Klein spoke on Saturday. And then, but the treatment centers were out there Saturday when we were doing all the events, and you know, some of those clients are watching what's going on. Some are not really realizing what's happening or what this is all about. The other ones get it. They're like, oh, so this is what sobriety can be like. This is what my life can be like. I can get to come to Serenity Under Stars next year and play volleyball and compete and try to win this big giant sober games belt. Like I can be part of that one day.
Yeah. Do y'all do different? Like, is it just volleyball, or do y'all have different games?
So we started off with tug of war and egg balance challenge, which is egg on a spoon and relay race.
Yeah.
And then it's transitioned to pass the cup or fill the cup, where you start with a big giant bucket, fill a red Solo cup, and try to pass it on along the line until the end. And whoever's got the most water at the end of the line wins.
Yeah.
And then musical chairs has always been a big staple of it.
Yeah.
And then since we started the new spot, we kept doing tug of war because that's just for some reason people love it. I mean, it's hard to like an old American pastime.
Yeah.
So we kept tug of war and introduced volleyball, and volleyball was an instant hit. So the following, and we kept musical chairs for the final games and a surprise game. Like one year we did karaoke, a dance battle,
Yeah.
Voice battle, things like that, or voiceover where he would voice the song and entertain the crowd, and I wouldn't decide who wins, let the crowd decide who wins.
Right.
It's keeping that crowd involved.
Yeah.
It's making everybody feel like they're part of this, not just watching it. They're part of it. They get to live this. So we always did something like that. This year we did something more where we played minute to win it games, and every game people were gaining points for the end of the night. And in the night, whoever had the most points wins, except the top 3 teams. And this year it was ALR took first place, Ripple Ranch took second place, and New Choices took third place.
Shout out to ALR, man.
Yeah, ALR, New Choices, and Ripple.
Yeah,
Ripple
dude.
was last year's Sober Games winner.
Nice.
So they had the belt and were able to hold bragging rights and get their name on the belt for the year.
That's cool.
Yeah,
dude.
that's something we do for our church. We do a men's camp, and that's what it is it's games all fucking weekend long. And then at night they'll have like a speaker meeting. They'll have like someone come out and like do the sermon, but there's not much of that. There's some fellowship, but mainly like during the day it's balls to the wall, tug of war, fucking push-ups, sit-ups. I mean, they do all kinds of shit, and it's just fun. But tug of war is always like the best one.
Everybody loves tug of war.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't like. It's like, who do you get on your team? Do you get big guys? Do you get fat guys? Do you get skinny guys? Who do you get? And
See,
it's always like everybody always tries to get the meteor guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the first it started, we had this guy named Panda, and he'd be on the end of the rope on one side, and the other team would start pulling. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit. But I mean, and sometimes I think about like if I had like a big giant pit to be in the middle, so instead of them pulling the whole team to the other side, just pull them into the mud, and that's how the game is over. That'd be great. But I'm also taking an aspect. I don't want to damage the property of where we're at and just stay respectful.
Yeah.
So I have to regulate it and with them in thought, and just so they can keep wanting us to come back every year.
Yeah, y'all have co-ed teams too?
Yeah, everything is co-ed.
Everything's
we don't do
co-ed?
strictly men or strictly women. We keep everything co-ed and equal
Yeah.
as much as we can.
That's cool.
Now, when they sign up, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's who's playing, but all the teams that are playing, it just stays equal and nothing segregated.
So even the volleyball, they have to have a certain amount of girls on the team?
Well, not really.
No.
It's just as long as you have 6 to 10 members, you're good to play.
Yeah.
And majority of them are filled with girls. Some of them are just guys. Like ALR has been majority just men.
Yeah.
But Ripple's men and women, and some of the other teams are also men and women too.
Yeah.
And then we have some sober houses that come out that's just men for those teams. But it's just whoever you got that wants to play, bring them. You know.
Yeah.
Max is 10. Like make it work. Like we set the guidelines, just follow directions.
Yeah.
It's easy peasy.
Well, you're doing a good thing there, dude.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna Is it when is it coming up? When's it happening?
So we just did one in October 17th, 18th, and 19th. We're working on next year's, but we'll be having Sober Games events throughout the year. Like right now, we're working on a paintball tournament, but it's for private invite only for the teams that are playing. But we're inviting fans to come out and cheer those teams on.
Okay.
But ALR is obviously going to be there. Ripple's going to be there. Stone River's going to be there. Unity House is going to be there. Rise Recovery Services is going to be there. Recovery Outside is going to be there. I've been talking to them. And then and those are the 6 teams, but 2 of those teams have 2 teams because there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
But it's all regulated. It's all paintball.
ALR always has a bunch of good athletes
Oh, dude.
for fucking whatever
Oh,
reason.
my gosh.
They always have athletes.
So,
Well, if you go out there, it makes sense, man. They got like a compound to work out and shit.
Literally, they
Yeah.
have one of the nicer facilities.
so we had the volleyball tournament in San Antonio in May of this year. And it's like, okay, it's just a bunch of people playing. Emotion was there. Emotion's really cool. And they're all athletes as well. But we did it in Austin at HEX Beach, and ALR came out and Recovery Outside. And we're like, oh, shit, this is a total different breed.
Yeah.
We're watching them play. We're like, dude, these guys are like fucking pros. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, yeah, these guys, all they do is they play and work out and just stay fit. Like,
That's it.
like, good gosh. And I was talking to somebody about it. And he goes, dude, up in Austin, it's a whole different animal. It really is. It's like, wow. So when Ripple won last year, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, take it. Suck it, Austin.
Well, dude,
That's good. Yeah, we'll get involved next time you do one.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we post them on Facebook, and then I make flyers.
Because
on
Tyler
TikTok.
mentioned it to us, but it was like a week before
yeah,
the event.
it was pretty
like when
quick.
he came on, y'all's event was coming. And it was already too late to like fucking put a sponsorship in and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it was even too late for me to even go because I had my daughter that like I can change weekends up with my daughter's mom with an advance, but I can't tell her like a week in advance, hey, I gotta switch.
Right.
But yeah, let us know when it is.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
definitely jump on and sponsor it and do that shit.
Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok and Facebook, you'll see everything.
You'll see it.
that I
Well, how do they
constantly
find you,
post.
man? What are the handles?
So TikTok is Sober Games, pretty
Okay.
simple. Facebook is Scout Eder, and Instagram is SG Scout, Sober Games Scout.
Scout Eder, how do you spell it?
So Eder, like we're better without the B.
Okay, ETTER. Cool.
Well, cool, dude.
Yeah.
You got to spell it out for some of our audience
Yeah. So
and for me.
Echo Tango Tango
It's
Echo
more
River.
like it's more for me.
Well, dude, we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thanks for
sharing
having
your
me, guys.
experience and sharing what you're doing with Sober Games, man. That's so fucking cool. I can't tell you how cool I think that shit is, and
Dude, it lights me up every time.
and
I love it.
I have no doubt that we're gonna start seeing more and more, and then eventually we'll have a Sober Games like fucking Olympics, like where you'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're going to Canada.
So,
like that would be super dope.
Like I'm always floating ideas and come up with things just because I'm always thinking of things. And at some point, I wanted to do like state versus states.
Yeah,
At some
dude.
point, like Texas versus California, who's bigger?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
we are.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas. I mean, come on.
We're better.
Texas,
Texas
baby.
versus Iowa, Marshalltown.
Marshalltown, baby.
Yeah,
Shout out
dude.
Marshalltown.
Yeah, but dude, it was great having you on. It was an
Yeah.
honor having you on and talk a little bit more about you. And can't wait to get to know you a little bit more down the road and
Absolutely.
get more involved. And you need us for anything, dude. Let us know. You know where to find us.
Hell yeah, now I do.
Yeah, yeah.
So just ignore the knocks late at night. It's not me. Okay, definitely not me.
Well, again, man, appreciate it very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we'll have you back before you know it.
Yeah,
All right.
look forward to it.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Well, 2 addicts and a moron.
Two addicts and a moron. Peace out.
Laters.